out the door.
Today, I will be talking to you guys about how the host nations and cities are selected for the Olympic Games. The Olympic Games is one of the biggest sporting events in our world. With thousands of different athletes coming from hundreds of different countries, it is important that we select the correct host city and nation to host our Olympic Games. We look for infrastructure to be able to support the host nations. We look for a cultural and diverse country to bring a connection to the country, to provide a welcoming experience for them. And we also look for an economically stable country to provide all of these things as well, with a supporting national government. Today, I will be going over the steps and the process of how we select Olympic Games, how we select a host nation and city for the Olympic Games. The first step in selecting a host city or nation in the Olympic Games is by submitting a bid to host the Games. Each country that feels like they want to bid in hosting the Olympic Games first creates a business plan. They create a business plan by scouting out and determining if they have the infrastructure to be able to host the Olympic Games. They look for hotels, public transportation, housing, and all sorts of different environments for them to be welcoming at their host city for the Olympic Games. They also need to gain support from the national government to back this up and to help out in the support for the Olympic Games as well. Step 2 is the evaluation by the IOC, which is the International Olympic Committee. The International Olympic Committee review, they go over all the business plans that are supported and brought by the host cities and countries that want to be able to have a say in hosting the Olympic Games. They review this and see if the statistics support the infrastructure, the public transportation, and all the different categories that are needed to be able to have a successful Olympic Games in their host city or country. Step 3 is selecting and approving the best city to host the Olympic Games. The host cities and national countries that want to have a say in hosting the Olympic Games bring in their final business plan. They review, they go over the economic stability of their country, if they have the support from their national government to back up hosting the Olympic Games in their country. And finally, they go over the infrastructure one more time to be able, if they have what it takes to be able to host the Olympic Games based off of public transportation and the amount of resources that their country has. Then finally, once the business plans are brought back to the IOC, they select the countries that feel the most qualified to host the Olympic Games. And then from there, the IOC, the International Olympic Committee, brings across a ballot of the countries they feel is most successful to be able to host the National Olympics. From then, the members, the voting delegates on the International Olympic Committee make their vote and say privately on what they feel like is the best host city or national country to host the Olympic Games. From then, based on a unanimous voting delegates on the International Olympic Committee, they select the country or host city with the most votes, and they are officially selected as the host city or country for the Olympic Games. That is the final step in the process of being a host city or country in the Olympic Games. But from there, it's not over with. The host city or country has to go through an extenuous process of being able to provide the resource and show and the advertisement of hosting the Olympic Games. In conclusion, the process of selecting an Olympic host nation is highly competitive and carefully organized. You want to be able to have the infrastructure and the stability from your national government, along with a diverse country with the economic support as well, with all kinds of different things such as public transportation that go along with it as well. Being able to host the Olympics is very important and is a very highly sought out sporting event all across the country. Thank you.